Assalamualaikum everyone. Today, my friend and I will be sharing our research on the topic, the time spent on exercising among CFS IIUM students weekly. We will explain why many students find it difficult to stay physically active, the challenges they face and what can be done to help them include exercise in their daily routine. CFS IIUM students often have busy academic schedules filled with lectures, assignments and other responsibilities. Most of them stay in hostels and follow a fixed routine, which leaves little time for exercise or recreational activities. Some students also face personal challenges like health issues or peer pressure that further reduce their interest in exercising. Over time, this lack of activity can affect both their physical and mental well-being. This study was carried out to understand the main reason why students do not engage in regular exercise and how these factors affect their lifestyles. Our research aimed to achieve three main objectives: to determine the time students spend exercising, to identify the key factors that prevent them from engaging in physical activity, and suggest strategies to encourage exercise. Finally, to find out the most preferred time for CFS IIM students to exercise. The method we used to collect data is convenience sampling, where participants were selected based on their willingness and availability to participate. These respondents were CFS students of the International Islamic University Malaysia. The participants were then classified into two groups, male students and female students. Based on the data collected, we received response from 31 male and 32 females. However, after some screening and careful evaluation, we identified and excluded the response that were invalid or incomplete, resulting in a final sample of 30 male and 30 female students.
Moving on, let's discuss about the frequency distribution of each group based on their time spent on exercising weekly. For 30 male students, the lowest time spent is in the range of 0 to 139.5 minutes, while the highest time spent is in the range of 839.5 to 979.5 minutes. Meanwhile, for 30 female students, the lowest time spent is in the range of 0 to 149.5 minutes, while the highest time spent on exercising weekly is 899.5 to 1049.5 minutes. The figure shown is the calculation for the central tendencies and variation or dispersion on our main variable, which is the time spent on exercising weekly by male and female students of CFS IIUM. For male students, their mean time spent is 363.5 minutes, while for female students, their mean time spent is exercising is 294.5 minutes. We can see that on average, male students spend more time exercising than female students per week. Furthermore, most male students spend 99.5 minutes exercising weekly, while most female students spend 105.38 minutes. Moreover, half of the 30 male students spend 256.17 minutes exercising weekly, whereas half of the 30 female students spends 213.79 minutes. In addition, the standard deviation for male students is 292.63, suggesting a high level of variability and more spread out compared to female students with a standard deviation of 260.50. Now, let's look at the histograms for both male and female students. We can see that the class with the highest frequency for male students is in the range of -0.5 to 139.5 with 10 students, while for female students is in the range of -0.5 to 149.5 with 12 students. Other than that, we can see that the class with the lowest frequency for male students falls in the range of 279.5 to 419.5 with 1 student, whereas for female students there are two classes with the lowest frequency with 1 student each, which falls in the range of 749.5 to 899.5 and 899.5 to 1049.5. Therefore, from this graph, we can conclude that male students have a better distribution of time spent on exercising weekly than female students.
In this project, we are interested in time duration spent on exercising per session. This is the bar chart of time duration spent on exercising per session. Male students tend to exercise for longer duration compared to female students. The most frequency class time for male is 108 to 143 minutes, while for female it is only in 0 to 35 minutes. Female students dominate the shortest duration, which is 0 to 35 minutes, with 70 students, nearly double that of the male group. Interestingly, we can see that both gender recorded the same number for 72 and 107 minutes, which is for students, and 144 to 179 minutes, which is 0 student. Additionally, the bar chart showed a slightly difference in the number of both gender that spent on 36 to 71 minutes, in which 5 for male student and 6 for female students. Last but not least, only one student of both gender exercise for more than 180 minutes per session. According to the data, male students exhibit a more balanced preference among the different types of exercise. Their most preferred category is cardio, which is 40%, followed by strength training 30% and sport-related activities 27%, with flexibility exercise being the least popular, which is 3%. In contrast, female students overwhelmingly favor cardio exercise with 73%, with significantly lower interest in strength training, which is 10%, and sports, which is 10%, while flexibility exercise account for 7% of their.
On average, CFS IIUM students spend about 307 minutes a week exercising, but half of the students actually do less, around 175 minutes, and the most common amount is only 88 minutes per week. This shows that many of us aren't getting enough physical activity. If we want to stay healthy, both physically and mentally, we need to find ways to make exercising a regular part of our life. So, how can we make exercise more appealing? One way is by using technology. Fitness apps and online workouts make it easier and more fun to stay active. Exercise is also a great way to improve mental health. It helps reduce stress, lift your mood, and boost focus, all of which are super helpful for students. Most importantly, exercise doesn't have to be boring. Join a sport club, dance with a friend, or go for a walk. Doing it together makes it more fun and easier to keep going. Regular exercise improves our body, your mind, and even your memory. So let's start small, stay active, and take care of both our health and happiness.